Hello all, welcome to Worldbuilding Mastery. This video will be a little unusual compared to the others. I just want to explain a little bit about what this channel is and what I'm doing with it. So this video will be less advice based and more just me kind of rambling a bit, but nonetheless, it is worth listening to if you're interested in this project, what I'm doing here. It's also sort of just an introduction to my channel. I'll explain a bit about who I am and what I'm doing, so I'll try to keep it as concise as I can. First of all, I just want to say I'm absolutely thrilled with the amount of attention this channel has been getting recently. My video about flag design has really blown up. I guess, must have been a really good flag design for the thumbnail. But yeah, I've gone from 30 subscribers to almost 3,000 in a very, very short length of time. I mean, hell, I might even be at 3,000 by the time this video gets released. So it's just been absolutely explosive, just been getting a ton of great feedback in the comments as well. I do try to read every comment that I get, but it's not easy when there was just so many of them. And of course, there will be some that I miss, unfortunately. But I do my best to read them all and maybe respond to them as much as possible. But it's impossible for me to respond to all the comments. So I just do my best to read them all. And I do really, really appreciate them. So, by the way, I've noticed that apparently not everyone gets the meaning of the Worldbuilding Mastery logo, but it's literally just the letters W and M, the channel's initials, basically. The symmetry of this is part of the reason I chose this name for the channel. Of course, I've also had some people ask about the name itself. Some people said it was kind of egocentric or kind of egotistical. I do kind of get where they're coming from with that, but the way I see it, world building mastery refers to the journey, if that makes sense. So it's like we're all on a journey to master the skill of world building. So world building mastery is something that describes us all. I don't mean it to imply that I know everything, I'm the master, I know everything there is to know about world building. Not at all. I'm absolutely still learning as I go, and one of the reasons I started this channel is because teaching is one of the best ways to learn. So, yeah, that's why it's called World Building Mastery. Now, I've been developing a mission statement for World Building Mastery, or have developed one, which is to create the greatest community of world builders and writers on the internet, from whom the next generation of great artists will be born. I feel like I'm on the road to achieving this mission statement, although there's some serious competition out there. There's some very great world building communities, and I don't at all want to diminish them, but I want to create my own. And I've often been kind of frustrated by the world building advice that exists on the internet. It doesn't go deep enough. I want world building mastery to just fundamentally transform human artistic potential, which I think, in our current age of AI and big corporations with just no artistic vision behind them, I think that's an extremely important mission. And I want world building mastery to be kind of a bastion of humanity and of human artistic efforts in this current age. But yeah, that's kind of my value. That's where I'm coming from with this. I want to create a space of pure, high effort human slop. But yeah, I think that's really what we need. We need more people who are creating great works of art. We really do. We're starving for it. And yeah, I'll have more to say about this mission statement in a moment, but I guess I should get to some channel updates that I have as well. So at the moment, I'm uploading videos every Wednesday and every Saturday, just for as long as I possibly can. That's my upload schedule at the moment, twice a week. Ideally, I'd like to be able to upload 3 times a week, so Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but I just do not have the time at the moment. And one of the reasons for that is, unfortunately, I've been employed. So full-time work really kind of takes it out of you. I found myself in a very kind of extremely full-on role, so I just do not have a fraction of the free time I had when I started this channel. I'm still going to devote pretty much every moment of free time that I can to this work, though, because I'm fueled by just a deep passion for this craft, for this mission, and for what I can do for people. Reading all the comments is very, very motivating. Each of these videos that I make takes approximately 5 or 6 hours of work, so I'm basically doing over 10 hours of work every week on this channel, on top of working a full-time job, which realistically sucks away 50 or 60 hours. So I'm really prioritizing this channel. I'm just devoting all of my free time in my mornings and on my weekends to this channel. Just, You can accuse me of many things, but you can't accuse me of like slacking. So yeah, it's just very full on at the moment. But yeah, just a bit of trivia about me. I've been world building for over a decade now, since my brother actually introduced me to it when I was younger. Neither of us really called it world building at the time. We didn't really know that word, but he had a notebook which he just wrote a bunch of random lore in, and he showed it to me and explained that he was creating a fictional setting. And I just found it so interesting, like the whole concept. Like, oh, so you're doing the same thing that all the movies are doing? Wow! It was like I found that so interesting, and it's just something I've never stopped doing since then. So I'm now 22 years old. I've worked on I don't know how many settings, dozens, honestly. I unfortunately don't have a singular setting that I've been working on for all of that time. I know some people do, but in some ways, I am glad of that since I used to make a lot of mistakes when I started out, and I'm glad not to be burdened by those in my current settings. I could well foresee myself still working on many of my current settings 10 years from now. But that's kind of the thing. It's like if you make certain mistakes at the beginning of a project, it's very, very hard to correct them later. So I want to put all of my mistakes up there so that you can learn from them, so that you won't make them early on in your projects. Anyway, I only have a few more things that I want to say before I close out. Some things I want you to be very excited about. Now, if you've been watching my videos all the way to the end, you will have noticed that at the end of every video I talk about a paid program. I don't have anything up at the moment, and I probably won't for the foreseeable future. I'm going to keep the pitch in there because in the future it will be helpful for me. But again, time. I just do not have the means to do this at the moment. Yeah, any community I'm open, like if I made a Discord server or something, even just a free community, I just couldn't moderate it. I couldn't take care of it. So it's just not something I have time to do at the moment. At some point, though, I do want to make something like that because it would allow me to just go all in and just focus 100% of my time and energy onto this project and give you the best world building advice I possibly can give. So instead of a paid program, what I have been working on a little bit at the moment is actually kind of a book. Well, yeah, not much of a book, but just like an ebook that I thought about trying to sell it, but honestly, I won't even do that. I think I'll just give it up to you as a free kind of PDF that you can just download and read digitally. And that ebook will be kind of a combination of a full world building guide and actually a sort of manifesto for world building mastery, basically. So kind of a mission statement, ideological, like it's an expansion of the mission statement. Have a mission statement, have a purpose. I'm working on a list of tenets or like guiding principles for world building mastery. I'll put a screenshot of it on screen of my work in progress draft, so you can read it from the screenshot. As I say, this is all work in progress, but I think it gives you a general idea of the angle I'm coming at this from. I'll make the final product look a lot prettier than this, by the way. But yeah, this is all very exciting. I did want to say, I did want to keep things concise, so I'll wrap it up here. But yeah, I don't want this channel to be one of those kind of scammy sorts of like sales channels that only exist to funnel people into a paid community. I want to make the best content that I possibly can, which is why I completely avoid all AI. It has kind of become a meme about the AI disclaimers on this channel, but I really am diligent about that. I hate AI a lot, but I just can't stand it anymore. And, other low effort stuff as well. Only high effort human slop here. But yeah, there really is a soul behind this channel. I hope that's visible. I hope you can see that. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. I'll see you again. Bye.